Dressing modestly wasn't always easy for me, but over time, it changed how I see myself. It taught me powerful lessons about confidence, self-worth, and my value in God's eyes. In this video, I'm sharing what I've learned to help you start your modesty journey with confidence and conviction. Lesson 1. I used to feel sorry for women who dress modestly for religious reasons because I assumed they were oppressed. But then I became interested in understanding why some women of faith dress modestly. I searched for testimonies online and was especially drawn to these incredible videos and blog posts from Orthodox Jewish women who chose to dress modestly and to cover their hair. They showed me the beauty in modesty, and as I grew in my own Catholic faith, I felt inspired to start dressing more modestly myself. Over time, I came to realize that dressing modestly isn't oppressive at all. It's empowering and freeing. It allows me to center my identity in my faith, not in outside expectations, and frees me from pressure to conform to the secular mainstream fashion trends. Lesson 2. My self-esteem took a major blow when I developed serious acne at 14. I began to obsess over my skin and became convinced that it was flawed and unattractive. Sometimes I even felt unworthy when I experienced breakouts. And even as an adult, these feelings would sometimes resurface when my skin flared up. But dressing more modestly helped me recognize my God-given worth, something that had nothing to do with how I looked. It helped me to see myself the way God sees me, as a soul, a cherished child of God, and not just a body. Now, even on days when I feel insecure about my appearance, I no longer question my value as a person. Dressing modestly is a powerful way to help you recognize your inner worth, the kind that comes from who you are and not how you look. This can help you build real self-esteem, rooted in your identity as a beloved child of God, not in outward beauty. Lesson 3. I used to really struggle to spend time with God throughout the day. I really wanted to, but it was so easy to just get caught up in everything that I had to do. Sometimes I'd get to the end of the day and then realize I hadn't even thought of God once. Wearing modest clothing actually helped me keep my mind on God. It reminded me I was honoring God in how I dressed and how I carried myself through the day. Dressing modestly can help keep God at the center of your day. It's a daily reminder that even in how you dress, you're honoring Him, and that shift in mindset can draw you closer to God and help you keep your focus on Him. Lesson 4. I used to think that dressing modestly meant I had to sacrifice style. I'd wear looser clothing and felt like I looked frumpy compared to women who wore more trendy, form-fitting styles. I got a much-needed boost of encouragement when I discovered modest fashion YouTubers. Seeing their style gave me new ideas, and more than that, they showed me that modesty and beauty don't have to be at odds. You don't have to give up style to dress modestly. You just have to be a little more intentional in what you wear. And even more than that, when you dress in a way that reflects your values and your style, you become a kind of quiet witness. You show others that modesty isn't outdated and restrictive, and you set a powerful example for other young women. It might even inspire them to do the same. Lesson 5. I used to watch popular shows like Game of Thrones that featured sexually explicit and violent scenes. I was always bothered by these scenes and did my best not to watch them. But as I grew in my faith, I came to realize that watching these shows meant I was participating in the exploitation of other people, especially women, and I wanted no part of that. I also realized that these shows were totally against Catholic teachings on purity and respect for human life and dignity. So I stopped watching shows that had explicit or violent scenes, and I'm so glad I did. I've realized that modesty is about so much more than clothes. It's also about our behavior, the language we use, how we treat others, and what content we take in. It's about choosing actions, language, and behavior that are pure and respectful of ourselves and others. Lesson 6. I used to really worry that I looked weird or out of place covering up in the summer or at the beach. Wearing long-sleeve blouses and pants on hot days, or keeping my cover-up on at the beach, made me feel really self-conscious. But I persisted in dressing more modestly, and over time I realized I didn't have to be concerned with what other people thought, or what our culture said was the norm. In fact, dressing modestly was a way for me to challenge the trends and stand out from the crowd, which made me feel empowered and proud of my decision. Dressing modestly when most people don't can be a quiet but powerful act of resistance. It's a way to take a stand against the values of a secular and sexualized society, and to live as a visible witness to your faith. Dressing modestly has changed how I see myself and how I live my faith. It's not about rules or restrictions. It's about freedom, self-worth, and honoring God with how I live. It took time for that shift to happen in me, and it's okay if it takes time for you too. You don't have to have it figured out all at once. Just start where you are, and God will meet you there. And now I'd love to hear from you. What does your modesty journey look like so far? Feel free to share in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and have a very blessed day.